Hey, welcome back everybody, 6fthax here. Got for you guys today another live narrated Wi-Fi battle, and this time it's going to be against my boy, my buddy, my pal, David, aka Sensational DCGP, whatever you want to refer to him as his channel link, Twitter link, and stuff will be down in the description, so make sure to go check him out. You guys saw a little preview of what power I am bringing. Actually, hold on, I forgot I got this muted. Oops. And there is the music, so I apologize about that, and there's actually a way to be able to turn off the battle music so you can only have the battle effects. So probably for future videos I'll be doing that, and I do have face cam for this live, as you can see, so hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Make sure to answer the question of the day, which should pop up on your screen pretty soon. Also make sure to hit that like button down below, guys, if you would like to see more future Wi-Fi battles that are live recorded, because it looks like that's what most of you guys do like, but I will be doing post-narrated stuff as well. So unfortunately, David does have a way of getting rid of my hazards, which I was hoping that he wouldn't have, because I do have not defog, but I do have sticky webs on this squad. It's not a full like sticky web based team, but sticky webs do come in handy. So looking at leads could potentially be the, what's it called? The Gigalith is what I'm thinking he may want to lead with. He doesn't seem to have rocks outside. Well, no, Gigalith does learn rocks, so he may lead off with that. Either way, though, I think that Smeargle is probably my best lead going into this match. Now, I'm a little bit worried that Silvally could be Z parting shot, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. Celesteela, depending on what kind of set it is, will determine on how I can deal with it. Also, sports fans, all I know is that this is a Texas team. I don't follow football, so if you hate whatever team this is, then don't hate me for it. I got this from my sister. I think it's the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't follow football, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. So I'm pretty excited. I haven't done a battle in a couple days because I've been waiting for GameStop to get a game shipped to it that will allow me to do the Citra Wi-Fi battles, but those will be post-narrated. But unfortunately, GameStop is too incompetent to get a game shipped, so that's probably not happening anytime soon. But I am getting another game that will hopefully be able to allow me to do them by the end, before the end of this week. So hopefully Citra Wi-Fi battles will start next week, although I wanted them to start this week. So again, I apologize about that. But yeah, he ended up leading off with his Marowak. I kind of just want to go for the Spore. Would he switch right out into the Tapu Lele? See, that's the thing I'm not too sure of. Do I just want to get up webs? Like, sticky webs can really come in handy. Spore wouldn't be too bad either in this scenario, because what I could do, actually, what I'm thinking about doing instead is probably just going for my rocks, and then I can go for the Spore, and then probably get up my webs. So I am probably going to go ahead and just get up my rocks. Well, see, I don't know. Do I want webs up? Do I need webs first? No. I think getting up rocks first turn is probably the better thing for me to do, as David does stay in here, so I'm not sure what kind of set he's going to be running. Please don't have substitute or something, David, as luckily he doesn't. So I was a little bit worried that maybe he had substitutes, but that is not the case, and if he doesn't burn me here, we should be straight, as he doesn't get the burn. So what I can do now is just safely go for the Spore. If he does want to switch out into the, what's it called, the Tapu Fini, that shouldn't be too big of an issue either, because we should be able to deal with that accordingly, as we are going to be able to put him to sleep. And this is my first time seeing the actual animation of Spore, and I really like it. That's actually a little funny. So we're able to put the Marowak to sleep, and now what I can do is most likely just get up my webs, because they will definitely come in handy on being able to outspeed some of his mons. So David is just going to stay in here. I'm guessing he's just trying to wake up, as we are going to be able to get up our webs. And I don't really know if I do just want to stay in with my Smeargle here, because I can still save Smeargle probably for Death Fodder later in this match. That wouldn't be too bad. Then again, I don't really have any switch-ins to this Marowak. So what I may do here is just go for the Explosion. Yeah, there's really nothing else that I can do. I got my hazards up. I don't want to risk switching into this giant, scary monster. And then he has no real... Ooh, my voice. I apologize, sorry. But he has no real switch-ins to my Mamoswine, so I can definitely see Mamoswine being a huge threat to him in this matchup. Unfortunately, my Salazzle can't do anything to him, and I need to weaken him. So, yeah, I honestly think my best play to do here is probably just to fodder off my Smeargle. Then that way I get a free switch into my Mamoswine. So, I'm going to go for the explosion here. I know it seems odd, but there's really nothing else that I can do. And that animation is actually really cool. So, best case scenario, he stays here. That would actually be really good for us because we won't have to worry about anything that he wants to do. Unfortunately, though, David does end up waking up here, and I can just get a free switch into my Mamoswine, which should be able to put in a lot of work against him again. So, I am probably just going to go straight for the Earthquake, although going for the Icicle Crash wouldn't be too bad either. Do I want an Icicle Crash? I could try and pull a double switch here, but I feel like at that point I'm overthinking it, and then it is David. So I could just go straight for the EQ. There's really nothing that the Celesteela should be able to do to my Salazzle, and Salazzle is another threat to David's team. So yeah, I honestly may just go for the safe EQ here. It's really not that big of an issue if he does want to switch out. We're going to rack up rocks damage and whatever comes in out annoying, which is the Celesteela, so I could have pulled a double there. I could have definitely pulled the double there, but it's okay as we are able to get off a bit of rocks damage on him. And this is probably just the defensive Leech Seed set is what I want to say he is. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and switch directly into my Salazzle because we do have the Encore, so if anything we can Encore him into a non-offensive move. And my Salazzle should be able to punch some holes in his squad. So he's going to go for the safe Leech Seed. This is a little bit annoying, but I'm not too concerned. That Marowak and Tapu Fini are going to be kind of annoying to deal with. I kind of want to pull a double switch here, expecting him to bring in the Marowak or just want to stay in. Yeah, so Marowak is a huge problem to this team. Hidden Power Ground on Salazzle actually wouldn't be that bad now that I think about it. But yeah, we are unfortunately Leech Seeded, so there is a chance he may just go for the Protect here. So like I said, I really want to pull a double switch. Switching into my Celesteela may not be too bad of a play either, just because we can weaken the Marowak a bit, and we do have the Air Slash. Yeah, I really don't see David wanting to go for the Heavy Slam here. Yeah, I think I am going to switch right into my Mamoswine on this one. Because again, I really don't see David wanting to go for the Heavy Slam, because we do resist it. So he is going to switch out, as he's going to bring in the what? David, I could have gone for the Sludge Bomb. What are you doing? So this is actually a little bit annoying because he can go for the Defog here. Then again, I think I do actually have rocks on this Mamoswine, so maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not that bad. So yeah, I'm probably just going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake. We can get off a good amount of damage, as he most likely will just safely go for the Defog. Now, I have the Icium Z on this Mamoswine because I wanted to use the Ice-type Z move. So Earthquake is going to be doing a good amount of damage, as he's going to Calm Mind! Okay, so I'm guessing he doesn't have the Defog. That's actually really good for us, because weakening this Tapu Fini is going to make it a lot easier for us to beat 1v1. So I really want to say that another Earthquake can knock him out here. Oh, I really want to say another Earthquake can knock him out here. There is the good chance he'll just go for the Surf, honestly. Mamoswine really does come in handy for me in this matchup. I mean, I do actually have AV on my Tapu Fini. I mean, on my Tapu Lele, so I could bring that in. Because from the looks of David's team, I'm not really going to be switching into anything else with my Tapu Lele. Except maybe that Komodo, depending on the set. But Komodo shouldn't be that big of an issue after Webs. So yeah, I may just go ahead and bring in my Tapu Lele here. Because I want to say it's better to keep Mamoswine around than it would be to just stay in and go for the EQ again. So we're going to get rid of the Misty Surge, as he is going to end up going for the Surf. Again, we are Assault Vested, and Tapu Lele does have an insane amount of Spadef. That did way too much damage. Good lord. I did not think that would do so much. What? Yeah, this is my Assault Vest set, isn't it? Yeah, hold on. Let me double check. Yeah, this is my Assault Vest set. So, we have Psychic as opposed to having Psyshock. Still, though, Psychic is going to do a good amount of damage to whatever David wants to potentially switch into this. Or if he does leave in the Tapu Fini here, then that's fine. We should be able to easily outspeed him because we do have the webs up and he doesn't have defog at this point. Otherwise, David should have definitely gone for it. So, this match is going to be a little bit easier than I thought it would be, just for the fact that he does not have the defog, which is really great. Because webs are still going to be affecting the rest of his team outside of Celesteela, and Celesteela is going to get beat by my Salazzle 1v1 because we do have the Nasty Plot, and then I can Encore him into something like Protect or Giga Drain or Leech Seed, I guess, but I really don't want to stay in against the Celesteela with Leech Seed up, because that just means that Marowak has an easier time taking on my Salazzle 1v1. This is where having the Hidden Power Ground again will really come in handy, but I have Encore, like I mentioned. Actually, I may get a new one made with Hidden Power Ground as opposed to Encore. Encore was just for things that were slower than Salazzle that could wall it otherwise or kind of take a hit from it so I could set up with it. So yeah, I should be able to just easily go for the Psychic here. We are modest max special attack in Psychic terrain. We are going to be doing a good amount of damage to whatever he decides to bring in, or if he does leave in this Tapu Fini, we are going to be able to easily 2 KO him, as David is going to take the chance to switch out. Why is he bringing in the Marowak? I'm not too sure why he did this play, because we do have the Shadow Ball as well, and actually getting rid of this Marowak is going to be really, really huge for us in this battle, because that means... Why am I losing my voice? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But him losing Marowak means that we will be able to win easier with our Celesteela. Life right here. Life right here. So, in comes the electric type Silvally. Okay. I still want to say I can save... I still want to say I can save my Tapu Lele. I don't exactly have a safe switch into this though. I may have to leave in my Tapu Lele as much as I don't want to. Yeah, because I can't bring in Pheromosa. Actually, yeah, him losing Marowak means that Pheromosa is a big threat to him as well. So, as much as I don't want to, I may actually just leave in my Tapu Lele here and go for the Psychic again. Yeah, again, I don't have any real switch-ins to this monster, and we're able to outspeed him, which is really great. So we're going to get off a huge amount of damage. I knew we were able to outspeed him, sorry, but we're going to be able to get off a good amount of damage as he goes for the Flash Cannon. I was thinking about switching into my Mamoswine, so unfortunately that crit definitely did matter. That crit definitely mattered, because obviously we would have been able to take it because we are Assault Vested, but it's okay seeing as I should be able to get a free switch into my Pheromosa here, and this is actually my first time using Pheromosa on Wi-Fi, and ooh, shouts out if you get that nickname. I love the nickname, love the nickname. So I'm gonna go straight for the high jump kick. I'm not gonna mess around with this thing. I don't want to potentially risk not KOing it with the U-turn. Why do my lips look so dry? What? Like, hello? My lips are not that... That's so weird. I'm sorry. Like, I'm so, David's going to switch out here. David's going to switch out into his Celesteela. So this is good. This is about to get wrecked with this high jump kick. As luckily we don't miss. That's really, really good. And this should be an easy 2 KO. Again, as long as we don't miss. But it's okay because my Pheromosa is definitely well trained. So we will be able to knock him out here with another hit, but there is a chance that he has the Protect. So I almost just want to go for the U-turn. Or I could hard switch out as well. I think I would rather U-turn here. Oh! Oh, I thought David would have to protect. I really thought David would have to protect. That's fine, though. It's fine, though. It's not that big of an issue. It's not that big of an issue. Because there is a chance that he probably just went for the Leech Seed, or he might have gone for the Flamethrower. Or Heavy Slam. This is where having Fire Blast on my offensive Celesteela would come in handy as opposed to Flamethrower. I don't think Salazzle can comfortably live a Heavy Slam. So I am going to have to make the switch into my Celesteela here. As much as I don't want to, this is really my only real switch in. As David did go for the Flamethrower. I was scared that he may go for the Heavy Slam. But luckily that doesn't do too much damage to us. And we do have the initiative of being able to outspeed him. So I am probably just going to go for the Flamethrower here. Because we should do a lot of damage back to him. Yeah, so again, this is where having Fire Blast on an offensive Celesteela would come in handy as opposed to Flamethrower, because I'm pretty sure at this range, Flamethrower doesn't knock him out, but Fire Blast would. Maybe Flamethrower does knock him out, because we are modest. We are modest max special attack, and this is super effective. So we should be doing really good damage to Celesteela. I honestly thought Celesteela was not going to be that great of a Pokemon, but just the fact that it's so bulky and can run a bulky offensive set makes it pretty cool in my opinion. So he's going to switch back into his Aerial here. And honestly, I'm not worried about this. Yeah, because Flash Cannon is still going to do a lot of damage to him. So I may very well just stay in here against this Tapu Fini. So yeah, Flamethrower did a good amount of damage, and I really want to say that Flash Cannon, at this point being neutral and not resisted, should be enough to knock him out. Yeah, we should be in a good spot here. So let's see. Do I really want to switch anything into this? Not really. Not really. So, I am definitely just going to go for the Flash Cannon. Even if we don't knock him out, there's no way that David in return should be able to knock us out. And we can then go from there. So, I really want to say this is enough. No! If we had the Giga Drain, we could have knocked him out. But David did end up making a misplay there. Maybe he thought I would switch into my Salazzle. That's not a bad play if he did expect me to do that. But this is fine. This is honestly not that bad for us because we're going to be able to gain back another turn of leftovers, allowing us to take hits a little bit better later on in this matchup. So at this range, even after +1, a Flash Cannon should definitely be able to pick him off, and then we will get the +1 in our special attack, I'm pretty sure. So as long as we don't get like absolute yes! Down goes the Tapu Fini, which was not as big of a problem as I originally thought it would be. So we are currently tied 4-4 if I'm not mistaken. He still has the Celesteela, the Komodo, and the Gigalith, along with the Silvally, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to see what David wants to do here. Unfortunately, yeah, with that Silvally being an electric type, neither of my stab moves will be doing anything to him. So even though we are at +1, I may have to switch out here. Do I want to switch out here? Yeah, because I want to keep Celesteela around for the Komodo and the Gigalith. So with him losing his Tapu Fini, that does make Salazzle that much more useful for us in this matchup. I may sack off Pheromosa. I know that seems a little bit odd, but I may just sack off Pheromosa. Because at the range that the Silvally is at, we should be able to revenge kill him with our Salazzle. Well, no. Should I keep Salazzle around? I may switch into Salazzle here. Yeah, I may just keep around Pheromosa instead of Salazzle, because I feel like Pheromosa can accomplish more than what Salazzle can do in this matchup, because it's only really here for that that Celesteela, and David does end up over-predicting there as we're able to chew that flamethrower. I am probably just going to take this chance to go straight for the Fire Blast. We are Life Orbed Max Special Attack. This is my first time also using Salazzle. I was really hoping that it would be the shiny version, but the person who traded it to me unfortunately just made it the regular version. But it's okay, because nothing is going to be safely switching into this, as he actually brings in the Gigalith. So we are going to be able to get off a little bit of prior damage on this Gigalith. I was actually very close to going for the Encore, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought that going for Fire Blast would have been the better play. And he doesn't. Why don't you have Sandstream on this, David? He doesn't have the Sandstream, and then I miss my move. It's okay, though. It's okay, though, because we can just get a free switch back into Celesteela here, which we can force him into the Cell Valley, and then from there, we should be able to beat it 1v1. So he does end up going for the rocks just as I expected. Not a bad play on David's part at all, knowing that he could very well stay in and live any move that I wanted to go for. This is fine. We are modest. Max special attack. He is not in range of where he can live one hit because, well, no, he doesn't have sturdy. What am I talking about? Well, no, he probably does have sturdy because he doesn't have the Sandstream. So yeah, either way, Flash Cannoning here is definitely my better play to do. We are going to catch the incoming Cell Valley if he does want to bring that in, and then from there, we can just knock him out with the Flamethrower. So yeah, Flash Cannon, we are modest max special attack! Oh, are you kidding me? If we had hit that Flamethrower, man! If we had hit that Flamethrower, but it's okay! It's okay, because we get some justice as he misses the Stone Edge. That's actually, I'll take that. I will gladly take that. I will gladly take that, because now we can't just go for the Flash Cannon. I almost want to autotomize here, but I'm a little bit worried that we don't Oko the Cell Valley with Flamethrower after the next Stealth Rock switching. So we are going to be able to knock him out here, which is really great. That is one less thing that we have to worry about. And Celesteela, man, picking up another KO, getting that nice Beast Boost. And I still really have use for Celesteela because this offensive Celesteela can deal with the Komodo and deal with his own Celesteela still. So I will probably switch out on the Cell Valley, which is most likely what he should bring in. And then, unfortunately, Mamoswine may not be doing much else in this matchup because of the Celesteela. So he does end up bringing in the Cell Valley here. And much like earlier, what I may do is just sack off my Salazzle. I was going to say Celesteela. But yeah, I may just sack off Salazzle, because she doesn't really do much else in this matchup still, and I don't want to risk that the Flamethrower won't knock him out at the range that he's at, because he could be more of a bulky variant. So I'm going to switch into my Salazzle here, basically just to allow him to get knocked out, and then I can get a free switch into my Mamoswine, and then I can hopefully bait in the Celesteela and then go from there. But we are able to live, which is really great. And I think what I may do here is go for the Sludge Wave on the off chance that he wants to bring in the Komodo. Yeah, because we only have one Life Orb hit in us. So I should be able to just Sludge Wave here if he does want to... What? Is it Steel? What? I thought it was Electric. What? 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 I feel like an idiot now. I feel like an idiot now. It's okay. Man, I would have gone for the freaking Fire Blast. It's yellow. How is it a Steel type? I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention to the fact that it said right there on the screen that it was a Steel type. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It's okay though. It's okay though, because down goes the Cell Valley. That crit was definitely not necessary in any shape, way, or form. And now he most likely will bring in his Celesteela, which we do have the Ice Z move. So I'm definitely going to go for that. Definitely go for I haven't seen the animation yet. So I'm really excited to see what this is going to be. I'm going to Z move here. And oh, I didn't know you could do the Z move with just Icicle. With Ice Shard. That's kind of cool. It's okay though. We're gonna go for Sub-Zero Scanner here, I think it was called, or Slammer. I don't know, but hopefully he doesn't go for the Protect now. I highly doubt that David would go for the Protect in this scenario. Even if he does, we're still gonna do 25% to him. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see what this is. Yeah, Sub-Zero Slammer. That's actually a really cool move. So, we're going to go for this. What? Yo, that's actually really awesome. That is really cool. That is thumbnail right there. That is thumbnail right there. And down goes the Celesteela, which means his last Pokemon at this point is going to be the Komodo, which should not be able to beat us at this point. Yeah, because unless he gets up like 3 Dragon Dances, there's no way that Komodo could possibly win because we still have our Pheromosa in the back. And after Webs, we should definitely be faster than him. And we should be able to knock him out. So this match actually turned out to be a bit closer than I was expecting, man. I was really worried when I saw that Tapu Fini. I really thought that he would get rid of my Webs, but luckily he turned out to be a Calm Mind variant, and Icicle Crash will straight nuke this Komodo as he just barely lives, but we get the flinch. Oh, I'm actually a little bit upset that we got the flinch there because I wanted to finish this game with Celesteela. But it's okay. So I'm going to go for one more Icicle Crash. I don't want to go for the Ice Shard and risk him living. So Icicle Crash, while it can miss, I still think is definitely the better move for us to go for. And that is going to be the 3-0 victory in our favor. So good game to David. Again, guys, make sure to check out his channel, link, Twitter link, and stuff down in the description. Make sure to answer the question of the day, which will be on your screen. And make sure to hit that like button down below. There is 2 videos on the end screen, so you guys can check those out once you are done with this one. So thank you all for watching, guys. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. And with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. So later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears of hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.